Hi there, I am Mos, usual suspect from Mozambique, doing another reaction. Today I'm home, I'm not lost, I'm not talking about ICJs and all those stories. Anyway, today I want officially react to something very interesting that I know most of my subscribers, if you're new here, like is content to do with YouTubers. You know, I do love react on YouTubers, especially African YouTubers that I watch, I see you guys also comment. And today I want to start with Mayuguno first. I saw that Mayuguno went to Nairobi, and Nairobi is too big for him. So, unfortunately, not very successful for him the way he feels in his own environment, Rendima team. But it's nice see Mayuguno in town, in a big town, how he behaves, also how he tests things around. That is very good. Three-dimensional. Try. That is a pre-fly mode, I can say, that we need to expect sometime, somehow, see Mayuguno fly abroad, maybe to the United States, Europe, and I don't know. There's so many things Mayuguno says, you never know what's going to happen next. But it's so beautiful to see that he have a team around him that support him very well. Sejudu is one of them. The wife, also the kids enjoying the new environment around him. But it's quite interesting here is what Mayuguno achieved in 2023. In a very short time, he has managed to overcome language barriers and relationships with friends and identify himself on his own, what he's up to, and then what he will be his future. But also there is other concerns about Mayuguno that most of us don't hear, don't see, is about his identity. If he's a Kenyan, if he's a Tanzanian. For me, personal, is Kenyan. The mother is Kenyan. So if the mother is Kenyan, what are you going to say? Also, he lives in this regional area that is a border in any African country, even here in Europe. If you live in the border towns, you have parents from the one side to the other side. So that I don't see as a bigger problem. That is not something to concern to anybody's business except to the haters. They want to make this thing look big out of proportion for nothing. It's just a space to occupy on the channels and YouTube. Remember, these haters, they are focused in this Nyamboanj village because generate incomes for them. So if you look at the channels when they talk about Kenya YouTubers, there's a lot of controversial YouTubers in Kenya, even worst nightmares in Kenya. And they focus on Nyamboanzi because the Nyamboanzi tag generates a lot of attention, especially in the United States and Europe, Asia, with the Africans diaspora, even in China. So because the numbers are big for these number ones, even in Africa, with our own Africans. Recently, remember, I've been in South Africa, and I went to visit a friend at Orange Park, Orange, yeah, and not Orange Park, Orange something, they call Orange Farm, and talking to about YouTube. I was trying to make a video, and he was like, "Oh, don't film me because that company is they have cameras and all these, they threaten us and so forth." But it's something I'm planning to do is regarding to Tata Steel. I'm working something about Tata Steel. I don't know if it's gonna come true or not. Everything you give a try and then you see. So was nice to see Mayuguno out of his comfort zone and experiment something else, but this is pre-flight mode for Mayuguno. Be aware, Mayuguno always talk about visit to the United States. Is quite interested, curious. I wish the Department of United States or the State Department and Homeland help him with the visa, make things easier. This is not a terrorist person. This is just an entertainer, a comedian. That is a big consume on American spectators, especially with connections to Africa or curiosity about Africa. Remember, Obama comes from Kenya, and then that connection, Kenya Obama, has made a lot of Americans interest in Kenya. Even you can see the white population in Kenya is booming, and most of them are Europeans and Americans. That is very good for a country like Kenya. Also, Kenya is a very progressive country in many aspects. That is good. And tolerance. Kenya, they have so much tolerance that sometimes I feel myself go live in Kenya. I never thought, but I feel look like. Because, look, Somalians, Tanzanians, Uganda, Burundians, everybody feel okay in Kenya. Nobody feel mistreated or misidentified in Kenya. We have seen in this Ayamara Villa party, we have seen a lot of interesting things. People, they've been looking to Ayamara Villa party for problems, to shame and name Ayamara. That is not what we should as Africans be looking to, should be celebrating. Even the death of those two sisters, I am Carol, just I repeat here, if you have time to waste your time, there is a channel called I Am Carol, is a Kenyan, is the most distorted mind in Africa right now that can make anything look bad. And this person has used the death of these two sisters, these Kenyan sisters, that attend this party in Nyamboans as a crime scene to Ayamara be incriminated. That is quite interesting. It look like those books. There is a famous English writer, I don't remember now the name. Mysteries, Death on the Nilo, this and that. Anyway, Agatha Christian. Yeah, it's like she's like Agatha Christian. If you have seen the books, I do remember when I used to live at Kaliman, where I come from, my town, my hometown in Mozambique. I had this friend called Sam. He's a lady. He's a brother of Fernando Albino Castro. So at the time in Mozambique, it used to be dictatorship. And the only thing we could do, entertain ourselves, reading books, talk to each other, discuss the books. And then I remember reading these books a lot. Tim, all that, and some French literature. So, yeah, about what we are talking about here is Nyamboans in reaction with Mayuguno in a big town with a family and everything in different environment, live back his construction, Nico the Buddha, and see now the mother of Mayuguno moving back to Kenya with Dorina. That is a good move. That helps. Probably Mayuguno will create a space on his own compound for the mother and the sister when Mama Grace's house is complete for them to move with the room Mayuguno use, or may another reasons unknown, unforeseen things not be, or maybe Dorina prefers stay. Remember, Dorina likes fashion, dressing, all these things, prefers stay more closer to very busy environments. So, never say about Mayuguno what I have said. I need to highlight here something very interesting that about Mayuguno that was shown here from Mo Kia 23 when they give Mayuguno laptop and how Mayuguno felt, many of us sometimes don't read more deep. What I read is what I have discussed recently in another channel that I speak in Portuguese. I call the channel is Mos Sem Papas na Língua. It's related to this IAMOS, but it's more related, focused to Mozambique politics. When we cultivate ignorance, and then when others cultivate ignorance for you. And what I saw when Nokia 23 gave that laptop to Mayuguno, I was astonished. I was so happy to see how one of us gone abroad and produce things and come home and remember, hey, there is a brother there with the potential that need to be cultivated, be harvested, because he's a good entertainer, and he might need this. This might be one of the things he needs. And by giving that laptop to Mayuguno, Mokia has break a barrier to many people that is not only presents, crayons, books, scholarships. There is other things that we can help brothers and sisters make it their lives easier and improve. And there's been seen here that this guy Mayuguno has improved in terms of his videos, has improved in terms of talking. It seems like Mayuguno is pay attention what the language, the Windows language, how to manipulate the computer, and then not only that, he start see how his videos perform. Before he used to use the phone, and the phone does not give you that dynamics that you need time to time. Mokia, I want to say congratulate to you, brother, and your missus, Kia, both of you, for giving and help Mayuguno break this barrier of ignorance that makes him more one step ahead. It's not only every time I have experimented in my lifetime that school make a difference. No, it's the relationships, the friendships, and the people, the networks that are around us. And you, by doing that, by sharing a little of your gains with Mayuguno, you make huge. You don't know the impact you have make in Mayuguno's life. Also, the people support Mayuguno. Yes, very important highlighted here. The other people, Mama Graces and all these ladies and gentlemen from around the world that supports Mayuguno is impressive. 2023, you guys wrote a book on the YouTube, unique book. It's invisible, not everybody reads it, everybody understands the dynamics. It's not the same to watch videos from Austin Alloman. You get the videos of Austin Alloman, the American most famous passport bro and pimp. You're gonna say, oh, this is for kids, this people lost, and it is. But Mayuguno, the first son, as he's called, of Ayamara, is unique. Has left his mark on the YouTube 2023. It deserves recognition. I know YouTube have their own metrics and their own things, but this was one of the best revelations of African YouTubers in 2023, from zero to hero. So let's go to the next topic. Well, my next topic might be a bit tricky. We'll start with Nairobi Chicha. I find Nairobi Chicha a very, very interesting character. Like I find Ivan Tars, I find this Tony Megabush, Taiwayana, and there is another lady also from Ethiopia, do a very good content. But when I talk about Mayuguno and not talk about Nairobi teacher, does not make sense. Because most of you will say, why you didn't talk about Mapopo? Yes, Mapopo. It is about Mapopo that I want to talk if I have mentioned Nairobi Chicha. Nairobi Chicha, I don't know what was in the mind of that man. Except what happened is the issue here that 2022 goes and Nairobi Chicha come with this series talk about what happened in Nyambowanzi in his point of view. He does not attend the Ayamara Villa party and so forth. Is on that middle of that I start follow Nairobi Chicha, and then I start see things that I saw in Washington DC with Ayamara and Ivan. So I never understood in depth what was all about until I review one of the videos by a gentleman that lives in New York, that is a friend of Ayamara, and then I realize, I connect the dots, that in fact Nairobi Chicha is a jealous person. He's a very, very jealous person. When he talks about Maja, gays and all that, I start to think about, I have seen something similar, almost closer to this conversation. So I program the usual stuff I do. I program my spreadsheet and then all that. Say, let me see how far this conversation gonna go, what comments are gonna come. When he mentioned about some issues about gay and views and points about Nyambowanzi, and then I watch a video of this lady that was in Ayamarwa party. When everybody left, she stayed. Eliza attended a course, a marine course somewhere. I think it seems like she wanna go work in the ships now. It seems like, because for you to take a course of that kind, and then you have intentions, né? But let me not go far. I saw a video, and sometimes human brains is like a bubble, and the lights go off, and then you close, and then you start focusing on another thing. So I saw a video, and then I realized that in fact Nairobi Chicha is a very, very catastrophic human being. Because in YouTube, in these streets of YouTube, like I am Perry say always, is basically entertainment. There is politics, there is culture, there is other things. But on this level that we all met is entertainment. What was the need of him do those episodes on that studio? Because I mentioned here, he was financed by somebody, because that studio is not just free. He was financed. But it's on this video of this Eliza that I'm watching, and then I'm thinking, and then I see this guy walking, and she introduced, this is my colleague, and then boom, my head came all together with the Nairobi Chicha. Look, Nairobi Chicha have a content. In fact, he have a content, good content, and the farms, schooling, other things. But is these intentions of Nairobi Chicha? When I review his material with Mapopo, and then what he was trying to do. So Nairobi teacher is a guy that he likes control. He likes control. He likes to have control. If you see videos when he is teaching, he's in the classroom, in his environment, he want to have a control, be the performer, be the head, the stage, the figure. He doesn't want to be below anything. He want to be him. Is the main character, and everybody's around him focus on him. The cameras, the lights, and everybody. And that is what I could not figure out. Nairobi Chicha always have this thing in his mind. Who is Ayamara to be bigger from a village that nobody know, that me, a sit boy, a teacher, I could play the power game. And that is what Nairobi Chicha is struggling to live up to the YouTube challenges because of this issue of power, self-character, to portray a power image like I am Carol on trending, Black Beauty, and others YouTubers. They have this thing not be able to bring us a body language of relaxing, of dialogue, interacting, and a fun, good time. No, they are struggling and push a hidden narrative where when you hear Jack Senior or Senior Jack do his comments, his analysis, you start to realize, oh, thanks to this guy called Federico Marwa, leave Kenya, go to Colombia, and start his thing from zero, from nowhere, and raise himself in 7 years to a point, my apologies, gas reflux, astonished, and many could not understand. Anyway, I need to correct here Ayamara. I'm very sorry. You know, I like his character, the way he entertained. Not everything that Ayamara have or gained only came from YouTube income. Listen to this. YouTube income. The paranoia that many of you out there, me, I don't have this paranoia. I know I need to find a job, 7 to 5, and get an income. Have in the mind, live from the YouTube. To live from YouTube, like Ayamara, now listen, there is shift here. Living from YouTube like Ayamara. This is different. Income, YouTube income, and live from the YouTube. You become like a TV personality figure, that you have different incomes from this, from that, from that. And basically here, what happened to Ayamara, and it's great, it's good, because these men does not only take this, use this image, the image of Frederick Marwa, he creates this brand called Ayamara that Nairobi Chicha wants. And then Nairobi Chicha does not understand. First of all, Nairobi Chicha is very narrow, specific to a city, to a point in a country. And then Ayamara is an individual, can be related to any place, any way, any story. So, is this figure of Ayamara that many people misunderstand. There is a person behind called Frederick Marwa. Is there on the relationship between Mayuguno and Mapopo that Nairobi Chicha never understood? Was not that relationship, Mayuguno Mapopo, the key what the success those people I haven't. He didn't understand. But thanks Lord, Nairo Chicha failed big time and flat. That's why 2023 from 15,200 odd subscriber, he went backwards to 15,100. What that means is what I'm bringing you next. Well, that guy there, the frog, doesn't talk, but make me think sometimes. The frog make my head go around and see the options of life. Most recently, I decided to change my career for the traumas and everything you go through the profession that I held. So you've been following my blogs. You have been seeing me running up and down, go to places, trying to find something to do. That's what I'm doing the present. Tomorrow, again, I'll be vlogging from the road. If there is not much cold, the weather outside there is changing quite for better. Skies are blue, but does not mean there is no cold. When you're in these lands here, on the north hemisphere, the sun comes out, but not so warm, because the winds of the Atlantic and other natural conditions. So, why I was talk about this? Very simple. I'm a neighbor of Ireland. Ireland is just across the pond. Yeah, I've been seeing something very interesting, trend here, very interesting. And this trend starts with Miniawi. Sometimes when Miniawi show this white girl, bubbling, happy person, and everything going on in the middle of the event when she was recalled to Yambuanzi by Ayamara when Ayamara comes back from the American, Central American, South American series trip, even includes Jamaica, after the success in Jamaica also. That many hours have been recalled to the village, Ampere is shown in the village, and many other characters flocks to the village and the go madness of presents and all that. And she's very interesting person, this white girl, very quiet, try to avoid cameras and so forth. You could see she was very focused and very, very well informed and prepared, mind thought prepared what she want for herself. That is good. That's what I was just saying earlier. It's so beautiful to see how the Kenya's politicians have architecture Kenya scenario to attract the white population immigrate to Kenya. Not only whites, we see Jews marrying African ladies that are beautiful. Even it's sad to see what's going on the CJ. And you might say, what you're trying to say. Yes, there is one gentleman recently married one of the cousins of Miniawi, is a Jew in Cape Town. On the Capes, that was a beautiful wedding. You could see Miniawi, Claude Joseph. That was quite interesting. Another episode. So, talk about this personage, this person, showing Nyamboanzi, see Nyamboanzi, explore Nyamboanzi. It was quite interesting to see the person go around Nyamboanzi on their own, try to see and then analyze. This person is from a different place, lives in different country, now is exploring. Age has come, as now is the call. I need to settle, peace and quiet somewhere. But I have said about Mayuguno, about Nairo Chicha, I have said about few remarks about Ayamara, YouTube, Jenny, YouTube salary, and YouTube network. Let's start back here about people have this illusion of income, that everything is what Ayamaro earns from income. No, Ayamaro has been clear and louder. He repeats many, many times. And that he says, I'm expecting this. I had this gift came in, and I do have supporters, and very good supporters, people that support him. And that is what this character, this entertainer, this YouTuber entertainer, is not a selfish person, because he shares. He shares everything that comes. He realized this does not fit with my lifestyle, or somebody sent a message. I remember when the gifts came, and then was a name there. And then he realized that was not for him. He put apart. This is not mine, belongs to somebody. And make sure that thing goes to somebody. Even he tell the person, if he is a person comes to him, say, please make sure you take this and give the person. So it's from those gifts and the help that he gets. Not only I have seen in my videos where he say, you never will let you walk alone. That is in a statement that I want to repeat here. He will never walk alone. And that starts when he was in the COVID era in Asia, when Aaron Dante financed him to buy a laptop. That is the beginning. So that laptop was not bought from YouTube income. It was an individual like me, you, or anybody out there finance Ayamara. Don't think those people that finance Ayamara are the only people financing YouTubers. I wanted to come here and give you an example of a pimp, a passport bro that creates a lot of damage out there with girls, called Aston Alloman. If you have enough time, you can follow up this guy, and then you're going to realize there are people willing to pay this guy to go and sleep with a woman in Argentina, in Paraguay, in Chile, in Brazil, even pay him VIP lives in places in Thailand, even was in Kenya. And in Kenya became too much. He have to leave because Check Effect went and told him, say, bro, here these things are gonna be spell fire in your face. Get out of here. Everything is here on YouTube. So this is quite important to understand about Ayamaro. And on the video that Ayamaro does about this kid in this family, that was very touched. Even he showed the grave of the father and everybody, and then Ernest come and do another video and say, oh, so why you bought the land and now the kids, they don't have. Shows what Elia was talking about here, about that my Mozambique political video that I done, that I call, let me read this, I have the notes here. In Portuguese, literal means a mania de cultivar a ignorância. Is this a manner of cultivate ignorance? That's what you see in the video of this Ernest. Not understanding the dynamics, the social dynamics, how the land in Africa is transferred by generation to generation, by buying, selling, agreements and all that. By the father of those kids be a drunkard and find himself tangled in this tale that irritates so much land and sells who is sold, does not give rights to this gentleman that he wants show himself some relevance in YouTube. It's okay. Talk about Ayamara give back the land. The land is sold, is agreed, is on paper and everything. It's from this point here, from this video of Ernest, that I want to mention this white lady. Gabi verse. Don't misunderstand me. Don't call me racist. Don't tell me I'm lost of my mind. Next. Was quite interesting. See Ayamara visiting. It is Nasto. It's in this visit that Ayamara does to this younger YouTuber that is a generation of the springs of 8 months ago, Mayuguno, Mapopo, Maja, Empire, the lady called Empire something, and others, even Nairobi Chicha, is that generation. Nancy, Queen Nancy, is this generation. Remember, there is a couple of generations of Ayamara YouTubers spring off that we need to divide them. Because it sometimes creates confusion. Now we have this new generation of YouTubers from South Sudan and Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, and others that been Ayamara friends previous that was in the shadow that it became. So, is in this video that Ayamara visits Nasto, and thanks God, these are the things always God have for us as a surprise. Sure, this guy's reflex kills me. If you know something there, please, I need help. Is in this video was one individual friend of Nasto, that is friend of Ayamara, is from Ethiopia, lives in the United States, Alpha _ E, is with them. In that there is a different talk. You can see different 3 cameras. I think 4 cameras. Is Nasto recording? Is Alpha recording? Is Rocio recording? Is Maura recording? There are 4 cameras, and these 4 cameras make something here unique. I wish there was somebody out there and compile these 4 cameras footage all together. We'll do a nice documentary. But me, as usual, I don't watch just one person. After doing my duties, my studies, my notes, when I have a spare time, I just look into. That's what I said the other day. It's too much YouTube. Even I got lost. It's not only YouTube, it's also study to change my career. I was doing some notes of my GIS, and I was looking to counters, depressions, and about water, catchment pits, and then also I was looking to Google, out the Google Maps Alps. I saw the video of this gentleman here, is Nasto. I just got curious. Let me do something. Let me go to Google, geolocate the place. Let me study the pressure, where Ayamara is, why Ayamara have a lot of water, and his grounds, why is Nasto struggling with water. So while I was studying, part of homework from the course I'm doing, also I'm thinking, but I'm doing my studies, I'm using the exercise from the course and all that. And then I start to see the differences of layers, the rock layers, the soft land, clay, and other composition of soils, is where I realized there is 4 cameras there filming, and each focus different. So I have to choose here two of them to understand what's going on here, what this conversation is all about. So I choose Nasto and Alpha. And then I spot something very interesting. And then I do remember Gabi talking about she was going back to Ireland, and then there was no videos from island, one or two, and over suddenly, boom, back, and Miniawi put in the hot seat, and Miniawi start bring us good stuff about that. Very interested to see another lady come to Kenya, settle, get married, everything. But was not much information background about the gentleman until the gentleman shows up and talk about themselves. What is beautiful, the Bushman. He have a good content. Please subscribe on his channel and follow up. Until on the footage of It Is Nasto and Alpha, I see Ayamarwa looking towards the right many times while he's walking behind the Nastro's house towards to the toilet. And then is when he comes back that I lost, because I have focused on my course, what I was doing. I didn't realize what they spoke then, nothing. So I paused, I then finished doing what I was doing. That was too late. I went to sleep. I woke up next day, getting cough. I just went back and I see this footage that blow my mind. Boom! Is that Ayamara is talking about Gabi. And this is where I said, hold on, was not a grandma from Jamaica. They also looking for land or place to stay in Yambo Wanzo or Tanzania or something, or I misread what she said. But was not only so there, the late passed away also mentioned something about come living in Yambo Wanzo because of how the weather and other things. And then I started saying, there is not only these people, there are other people, even Nairobi Chicha. When I come to Nyambo Wanzo fixed residence, there is Paris, there is this one, there is that one, that one, that one, that one. Anyway, make my notes, bam, bam, bam. So it's when Ayamara said, I got a message from Gabi, say what I have said to her is too primitive. I said, oh, stop, reverse. I went back. And then I understood, my apologies, I understood what they are talking. They are talking about papers, paperwork being in place for the construction. And then I asked myself, did Gabi misunderstood or misread, or there is more context backwards that makes Gabi react like that? I pick up 2 points. One, maybe misreading, or maybe she's thinking Ayamara is jealous what she's doing and why she involved with that man. What I think she's in the wrong, except she have a reason that we don't know. Because we know the story, how she met this gentleman. She was step out of the bus, he was there also, and they came across. That is love. Happened to me. My wife knocked the door of my hotel. I didn't know she was there. I was in a hotel, I met my wife like that. And then we married up to that. So Gabi might also be lucky, come out of that bus, and met this soul looking to make a living and find love. Congratulations, Gabi. Congratulations, the gentleman. But also you have to consider here on this that not everything happen in the village. Ayamara will know, but will hear. So the other point is Gabi, he didn't like be advised by this superhero of Nyambo ones. He find it too much since she already knowing and dominate certain venues and certain parts of the social living and manner of African men and the society of Nyamboans, because we can see them the way fellow the boy goes mad, how Max say he's the one, now we might see somebody else like Ernest go talking nonsense. She misread. But there is a dangerous here, a big one, is the opportunity of Gabi, Ed, and F future. Remember, is in this video of Nasto and some footage of Alpha that Ayamara draws a picture of a future. And this shows us how Ayamara is a great entertainer. Not only entertainer, visionary, humanitarian. That he starts thinking on the future, how to have like a security element integrating the community in that small community. Maybe building school for the community and bring outsiders of the community to school. And that is already happening there, because you see the scholarship that a friend of Ayamara are providing to the community. That is where I say it's not the income of Ayamara sponsor that education, like Gerrit Nigas and others, previous Annie and others, are friends, are the network that Ayamara built 7 years. And this is what Ivan Tos and Nairobi Chicha, they never could understand. To be famous in YouTube and be a figure of reference in YouTube, like Lily's Life, Travel with Russell, and others YouTubers out there, is based on creation of network. Depend what you target. If you are target entertainment, political, whatever, what niche you are. And this is what these guys miss. Even they reach the numbers they've reached, 23,000, 15,000, even the haters is what the haters, they don't understand why they don't have million followers. Especially I am Carol on Trendy, Black Beauty and others. Because they are confined themselves. Recently, we see these two haters on Trendy and I am Carol come out, but too late. Because this thing is like a baby. You have to make sure the baby adapts himself, grows up. And then as the baby grows, the baby adapts to many other things, have ramifications. And this is where these 500,000 now odd subscribers of Ayamara come from, and then these subscribers of Ayamara are loyal to Ayamara. And some even come here begging for the man that is almost dying over there in the bed to talk to them, because it makes them feel good. It's like Mayuguno. Mayuguno became medicine for some because of the comedian sense of how you do things. It's different here when you talk about 1.5 million of Guatemala. Because if you look to the 1.5 million of Guatemala, you have to see the things in another level of prospect, because this is a commercial business. Guatemala is business, is a projection of institutions, countries, and interests alike. Most recently, we see DJ Khaled with Guatemala. Don't think Khaled just exposed himself to Guatemala because find Guatemala beautiful person. No, somebody has advised Khaled. That guy have on YouTube 1.5 million. And you take a picture with that guy and interact with him and be nice to him, more than 1.5 million people will see you, will share you, they want to know who are you and listen to your music. And this is the thing here that Ivan never understood, Nairo Chicha never understood, and the haters never understood, and very few people understood that, like Claudio Joseph, Burundia Trevor, and others, that guy from South Sudan, Chris Mastic, his own sister, except the baby cry, David Jr. That we'll talk in the end of this. So, what Gabi has done here has opened the Pandora box. What we're going to see, what's going to be commented, was 4 cameras. I don't know which one has captured what, but was not nice to hear that she have replied to this guy and hear Mara saying, for the record, I have blocked her and let you guys know if anything goes wrong, I had told her. And that was a piece of mastering. That is what entertainment comes with, intrigues and beauty. And that is what Guadamaya does not offer us. And that's what we will see conflict here. When you talk about Guadamaya, you go and watch, you see Guadamaya with the Bermuda president or prime minister. You say, oh, I know this figure for the world stage. This is politics. People love politics. People of Bermuda, Africa will be proud. Yeah, will click, will subscribe. But also, that political figure knows that Guadamaya have that phenomenon I told you, 1.5 million. She wants to expose herself to the Africans. Say, we Africans too. So, look to what Ayamara done here. Is when Ayamara say, Sir Edward, call me. So innocent people say, oh, it's another scam. So did you see the master say, don't relate to me because I told you. Now you're blocked. What happened now to Gabi? She opened a gate of scammers, bad talkers, and many other things around there. So now it depends on Gabi and the Bushmen how strategically they will overcome the break of this important link in the village, especially with neighbors. Yeah, it's true. Not all the neighbors like each other. But there is a need of neighbors understand the master plan of growth and mutual benefits. So, if it's true what Nasto says, what Ayamaro says, so Gabi might have a problem, a serious one. Not being advised enough on paperwork that is highly concerned for 2 very fluent YouTubers. And this repetition we have seen here with Mayuguno. When Mayuguno was building Mama Grace's house, one engineer bullshit him big time. He thanks to Sergio helping and reveal that paper was not a legal paper in Kenya, in the government institutions. This is why I see the things. May you have a different point of view about this situation, but was a masterpiece from Ayamara recording and say, I have done this. And here in England, on Sunday, most of people, families, individuals, rest. Our lives basically is Monday to Saturday, not Monday to Friday. It's very busy life, so many things. You need to work, you need to do something here. You can't be inactive. If you are not physical active, you become antisocial, you start to have this obesity. Is a big issue, because here in England nobody dies from hunger. There is a lot of food, but most of the food in England are sugar, have contained lot of sugar. There is many places that can give you food for free. Even shops, they have these healthy programs that certain food only can be sold to certain time, and then after that time is given away. So food banks is one of the master things that English people have mastered around their country, and it helps a lot to help each other, families and people, homeless. The weather here is very harsh. You can't just sleep in the road or in the street. No. You're gonna die. This weather is not a easy weather. It's like being in Washington in December if you have been in the United States of America. If you've never been in the United States of America, you're in Africa. It's like go to the Kilimanjaro and sit there all day without cold or something, or be under the sun all day without drinking water to protect yourself. You die. Okay, the end of this reaction video. The end of this reaction video is still related to Nyambowanzi, and also to Ayamara, this Frederick Mara brand called Ayamara. It's quite interesting how latest most of the people, I see the figures, 53,000, almost 100,000, some videos drop to 5.3, 2. And then pick up crazily, especially on this channel about Ayamara, Nyambowanzi, reactors, and others. It's quite interesting. It's a good thing for YouTube also, and other metrics, algorithm or meters have behind. This party that I call, I think it was the African YouTubers Convention at Villa Medellin. If you're looking in depth, was a convention for even AJ show up in Villa Medellin. The cost also of the party was quite interesting, that all of us, include me, support. You might say, why you also? Well, for me, it was more research and not other intention to understand and see what can happen and how this thing could create different dynamics. And did created and very interesting dynamics. We see people got overwhelming, people had dreams, people even went away with a huge expectation, like Lynette K comes up, you start to see Lynette K figures blowing. We see these Ro Cabrera become part of the blood, the DNA, the genetics, the fingerprint of Ayamarwa, Lennox, Miniawe, Claudio Joseph, Mukedi the Dreamer, DK. We see a composition of YouTubers here in this Kenyan environment come, but also we see a new trend, a new group of YouTubers, English speakers, showing up after Ayamara insists to this lady from Somalia that is from Boston, I don't remember her name now, Genyada, that if you do YouTube speaking English, the probability of your channel to grow is higher. It's true. I saw with my channel in Portuguese. They have two things here different. Huge difference in terms of numbers figures. Also the lady from India that visits Ayamara. And this takes me to a level of analysis and understand that Ayamara is a different domain on YouTube. When you research where Ayamara in YouTube, you are researching for something very educative, something very empowerment, a man that empowers, that make you feel identified as a human being. Even if it's virtual, it makes you understand and be understood. That is quite important. Not only that, the hospitality that party had, we never have seen a party with that kind of hospitality in Africa that reflects the Africanity, how Africans we are when we have guests and how we treat our guests. Even with the struggles that we have to feed ourselves, we will make sure all the small luxuries that we have will give our guests. And that was very interesting. A lesson to learn. Whatever you think you are, that is what Africans are. You talk about Tunisia, Morocco, those people sometimes they say they are not Africans. They are Africans. Just problems here. From the Mediterranean to down the bottom in South Africa. You saw the marriage of one the Miniawe nieces. How was the marriage there in Cape Town? So, there is something here should not be leftovers. Something here distracts most of us from time to time, and distracts a big time. Is this baby boy Junior? Some people they start say, "Oh, leave him alone. Let him do his thing. He's growing." No. He's not growing. He's like a small lion being fed that after tomorrow, you the one feeding the lion will jump on you and kill you. Why my reflection on this? Dave Jr. or Dave Jr. is not always in his presence here on YouTube, but time to time when it comes, his thematics, his things leads to other things. If you're a parent, if you are whatever, you start to ask, what is his intention? Really? Why I'm watching David Jr.? Why? This is a good question. I never thought until yesterday when I saw something Congressman say. Let's talk about Castor? Where's Castor? Why Castor didn't came? Why Castor is not around? And there is when I ask myself, what David Jr. agenda is, in fact. Because if you watch Mapopo, Nasto is a playboy. It seems like this guy is a playboy. If somebody here play with people, young people, because I see people, they like to watch David Jr. have young girls and all that. It is fine. But what it is not fine is try to project an image that is not true, that have consequences. And then I think Dave Jr. he didn't learn from that mistake when the borrow of water at Nyambowanzi, when he claimed it, he was the person behind the borrow of water. And now comes again and create here things, make you think, oh, he is one of the most wealthy person in Nyambowanzi. There is nobody else. Nyambowanzi can beat him in anything. Land, properties, aeroplanes, ships, everything. Is the not a multi-millionaire, is triple billionaire. Well, this will bring a cost and accountability to the Marwas family. Why? Somebody will dig somewhere somehow and then come here and throw mud on Ayamara and say, Ayamara, you've been feed us or me with this, and this not be true. It is important that Dave Jr. start understand our accountability in YouTube when you entertain people, when you talk to people. You choose to be what you are, or you choose to be what you are, fake. And this is what David Jr. is. He's too fake. And then to associate as a sibling of Ayamaro is very painful. Very painful. Because you hear what Dimwango spell, that fire she spelled while he was in Jamaica towards the party, and he's a Kenya country fellas. You start asking here, what's going on here? I should not watch this rubbish here. Let me focus with my medicine. Let me focus with Rocabrella. Let me focus with Maja. Let me focus with Nasto and the usual suspect. Ayamara, these guys years of West. To be honest, if you're a woman, you're going to have a different point of view about Dimwango. I will not argue. You got your rights to say, to do it, and to choose. But when it comes to these young men, be advised that David Jr. is open a part here of a conflict and big misleading messages. And then it's sad to see somebody that is related to Ayamara doing something like that. Because humans, they are rationals. Humans, they start thinking. Somewhere, somehow, we realize other things. Because it's very painful. I never saw a video of Junior with his sister-in-law. I never saw a video the appreciation and love to be in his brother's parties, be eating. He's like Max Swan. Yes, this is my brother place and disappears. But he never be close to his brother. This is a fish pond and then disappears. This is malicious intentions of David. Should Ayamara not let him in the compound? No. Let him be. But it's misleading. Big time. It looks like Mayuguno, Nasto, Maja, Sejo, Paulo K.E. Those are the real brothers of Ayamara, to be honest with you. It looks more these people are more related to Ayamara compared to his younger brother and his sister. So, it's sad to see Gabi doing what he does and see David doing what he does and then not understanding the luggage of experience that Ayamara has gained in all this does not come to a simple cost. Well, if you are new here, kindly subscribe. I'll appreciate it. Give a like, comment, and follow me here in the YouTube. My existing subscribers, I want to congratulate you. I want to say thank you for the bottom of my heart, for the things I do for you. Time to time I show you madness, complete madness. This year will be a complete madness. Time to time there will be vlogs lost somewhere in the middle of England or doing something new. I'm planning not only react, also share things that I see, where I am, what I am, what I think about certain things that's happening, and also share my travels, where I go, even here in England or abroad or somewhere else, a bit of my family, cooking. I love cooking time to time, but these days I'm lazy, or even cleaning my own place. Why not? So, I want to say thank you, everybody been following me in 2023, and make this channel reach 1,000 odds subscribers. Why not tell a friend of a friend to see my reaction videos? But also, why not be an African and join, subscribe to this channel and create a network of friends. Most recently, a South African lady lives here. Contact me. We have a very wonderful conversation. Doesn't matter where you are. You see sometimes my WhatsApp. Why not send me a chat? Let's talk. But also, buy me a coffee. Keep me warm, because 2024, I want to find a work. I want to go back 7 to 8 or 7 to 5, because I don't want to sit on the couch forever. Yeah. So I appreciate everybody that has support Ayamara Villa Party. I want also leave a comment here as follow. Yes, there's been a couple of incidents in Nyamboanzi, in the YouTube, in Kenya, about different topics, but also been huge revelation in YouTube. And then I want to call your attention, focus on the revelation. They have a very good content, believe me, very. And all your contributions, support, whatever you do it very careful. Try to do your homework. Try to understand what you're dealing with. Not emotional. Not because friend of a friend that's telling you it's easier to buy land, it's easier to do that. My own personal experience, like a good friend of mine from South Africa, Tulani, the Tsonga priest, once advised to Guatemala, there is rules and regulations in Africa for different countries. It's not because you're bigger, YouTuber, you do whatever you want. No, no, that's not happen. There is lot of change in different countries. And those changes are taking Africa in different way. I don't know what's going to happen in 2024. I call the year of discord, lot of discord. We're going to see the United States of America very, very angry and aggressive about African politicians, Africans. We might end up seeing some sanctions coming from no way, no expected, to individuals and institutions in Africa. But also, make sure if you are going to travel, visit a friend of a friend, or because somebody you met online, be careful. I'm talking by experience. Some people, they are not what they say they are. We see this, what happened to our favorite entertainer when he went to Washington, D.C. I see most of you inviting people and all that. Great, beautiful. I'm not going to say don't do it, don't support it. Why not? It's an interaction, human interaction. But try to understand each other, try to have a common ground, and make things beautiful and all as usual in the day human beings. I condemn profound any war. Wars doesn't help, conflicts doesn't help. End of the day, we are all humans. It is sad to see the war in different places of the world. But why we can't express our solidarity with who those are vulnerable? Please, if you can, do it. Peace. Shalom.